Hello everyone and welcome on into another LEGO custom video. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Spawn figures. I really love the Spawn comics and the show. I hadn't actually watched the cartoon before recently, but I just started and I just love everything about it. Spawn's always been such a cool character. He's just so edgy to the point where sort of like comes back around to be not like cringy. But yeah, I'm excited to go through these figures. It's going to be a smaller showcase than usual, but it should be, yeah, I'll try to keep the videos a bit shorter than what I have been recently, because I get that they've been way too long. So I'll stop yapping and we'll get into our first figure. Okay, so first up we have Spawn himself. So super happy with how this figure turned out. I toyed around with this design for a while. These figures did take a long time for me to make, just because I wasn't sure with some of the designs and I kept changing and stuff like that. But ultimately, I think this is the best mix of a few different appearances and costumes and stuff. And I feel like it captures how I wanted my Spawn to look. So getting his accessories out of the way, just so we can have a look at the body, I just got him with these bootleg gun pieces. One is Jinx's cannon and the other one is just a random gun from Warhammer. So bringing the figure in closer, so the head is a classic spaceman helmet. I just sculpted in the mouth area to create like this larger dome piece. The chest is raised there. That's using the Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball bootleg chest pieces. He's also using the buff arm pieces as well, just so that he's got that little bit more volume and beef to him. The wrist pieces are just like the hollow studs like I usually have. His belt is made with a combination of the Lego Batman belt and some chains, and I cut the face off of a Lego skeleton, just carved that out with an X-Acto knife. The pouches on his legs are also Lego Batman movie pouches. I always liked Spawn with the big clump foot, so I had to do that here. It's using a combination of clay and toothpicks to give it the right shape and the spikes and everything. The cape and the raised area on the torso are one piece. I used a felt, so then it's still sort of movable. I just glued it in certain spots and painted it to sort of model the felt to get the flowing shape that I wanted, because Lego's capes didn't feel big enough. And yeah, I feel like this captures Spawn's cape well, because it's always got to be big and flowing. One thing I do wish I had added, but it sort of took away from the design, was his spiked shoulders. Coming out of the back of the cape, I do have these wired chains, so they're posable for around the figure, so you can get some cool poses with them. They've just got that newer dagger piece cut and glued onto the end of them. But yeah, I'm happy with how he turned out, and let's get into the next one. I think I might do a 2-in-1 because it's the same character, just different forms, so let's get into it. So next up we have Violator and the Clown. So the Violator itself, that took a lot of effort, and it went through multiple redesigns until I found something that I liked, because the head was very hard to translate, both making it my version and translating it into Lego while trying to keep it in the sort of Lego feeling style. I ran into a lot of difficulties with that. Just realized those are still sitting there. So yeah, I'll do Violator first, and then we'll talk about Clown. So just put him to the side. So the head, I used for the base of the head like a Lego Raptor, and I just sanded down it till it was pretty much flat, and I busted open the jaw as far as it could go and just glued and sculpted in there. The horns on the top and the sides are both sculpted, same with the eye ridge and stuff. The teeth are just like different Lego spikes and stuff that I cut up and glued in there, just to give him that like crazy messed up teeth that he has. The body itself is it was a bootleg of some horror IP. I have no idea what the IP was, but like the body is fully posable with like the legs and everything, so you can get some cool like crouch down poses with him. Yeah, so I really like how the posability that this body allows. The arms are from a bootleg Groot, because the arms that came with the original body were quite filled out and muscly, and that just didn't sit right with me for like the Violator's design, because he's always so appears so spindly. So I got Groot arms and I just sanded them down a ton so his arms would look more spindly and long, so like his hands are nearly dragging along the floor. The wrist joints are fully posable. One of his teeth just fell off. I'll have to repair that in a second. But yeah, his hands are fully posable. They're on like a dual ball joint system. Just pop that one back on. Yeah, and yeah, so he took a lot of trial and error, different color palettes, head sculpts, and everything like that. But I think ultimately I captured the Violator well. So if I just pop him out of the way, I'll repair him in a minute. But we'll talk about the Clown. So, coming in, I wanted to make my design feel like him, but still be my own thing. So I wanted to keep like the blue jacket, the slim fitting shirt, like he needed to have that beer belly. Like if I get the knife out of his hand, move that arm back, you'll be able to see like I sculpted like his chest and belly area, and the jacket is also sculpted as well, just to give his clothes a better feeling. Just get both of the accessories out of here. I'm using the short legs, so then he had that fat, stocky vibe to him, because he's big in the way, like he's bigger than people, but like Lego doesn't, or bootleg companies don't make that sort of scale. So I just have him using the posable Harry Potter legs, the big fig body, like the Mr. Incredible style bootleg body. The hairpiece is from a Pennywise bootleg. I just thought it suited him well. Like it doesn't have like the crazy parts that come out the side, but it works for what I wanted for my version. Yeah, so I've got him with like an American flag t-shirt. Just wanted him to look greasy. Yeah, I didn't paint hair on the arms because I did it on one and it just didn't feel right. It looked a bit out of place, so I just went clean shaven with both his belly and his arms. But yeah, I think he scales well with Spawn, like height-wise and build-wise. I do like how they turned out and how they look together. Everything on him was painted by me, and yeah, I'm just really happy with the design. I went with blue face paint because I had a toy that had the blue face paint on him, and yeah, it's how I like to view him. Oh, bumping the camera everywhere today. So that's about it for those two figures. I'll move on to the next one. Okay, so here we have Angela. I wanted to do like a mix of both her more modern appearance and the classic appearance. which I think I achieved here. The headpiece is the Batwoman head. Yep. The headpiece is the Batwoman hair mask combo. I thought it worked well to give her that ear and mask and the red hair and everything. It works well for what I wanted for my version because I wanted more armor in certain places. The armor plate here, it's attached to the hair. It's one piece like that. That is just so... it came off of one of the more modern armor pieces, like knight pieces. Same with that. They both came from the D&D dragon figure. Yeah, I just got a bunch using my technique I use for a lot of things with like the cutting up the hands to make armor pads. I did that for her boots, her shoulder pad, and her wrist gauntlet. The chest is sculpted, and I use cardstock, cut that up to create that gold band that goes around her. She's using the Lego Batman utility belt, and I've just got hands for extra armor on her chest. Yeah, just some electrical tape for different straps. I've got like this hard plastic piece for like her back cloak area. And yeah, just some electrical tape here and there for some added detail. Not much else to say for her, so let's move on to the final and probably least exciting figure of the lot, but important character nevertheless. So let's move on. Okay, so last figure of the lot. He's pretty simple. I do have like a little side figure to go along with him just to fill him out, but yes, very simple figure, just looks like Patch Wolverine. But it is Jason White. I was gonna do a Redeemer figure, but then I didn't want to put in too much effort. Because I focused so much on Spawn and Violator because I really wanted them to look good. I didn't want to spend a lot of time making a cool Redeemer figure, so I just thought I'd just put in Jason as himself. So I just threw together a couple parts to make a really simple Al Simmons. Just get him out of there. To bring him in, he's using... I painted up the torso. I know he's normally shown in black, but I just wanted mine to stand out a little bit more and not just be like a basic black suit. So I painted in like a tie collar, like a tucked in shirt, like he's taken off the jacket. He's got his signature cigar. I gave him a gold watch just because I feel like it fitted him. And yeah, some like nice white shoes, some basic black pants. The face is Zod's from the CMF series, and I used the Wolverine classic hairpiece, but I did sand the sides down a bit, and I raised the the Widow's Peak area just to give the hair more like verticalness, I guess. But yeah, he's a simple figure, and yeah, Simmons looks good beside him pre-spawn. Just a very simple figure, but yeah, I'm happy with how they turned out. I might come back to it at a later date and make Redeemer to go with him, but for now, I'm happy with this lineup. Speaking of, let's get them all together. Okay, got the Violator's mouth fixed up. So yeah, I'm happy with how all these guys turned out. I think it's a really nice set to have together. The Spawn and Violator are definitely my favorites of it. I was just so happy with how both of them turned out in the end. Yeah, so with my channel, I put up a community note, but I'm going to be starting to do 2 videos a month instead of 4, just to, so I don't run out of figures, and then I run out of content to make, because the figures do take a while to make, and if I'm putting 4 to... what was the Justice League one, 12 figures in a video, that's a few weeks of work in just making the figures, and then I gotta find time to film the videos and everything. So just so I can keep making content for you guys, I want to try and limit the amount of figures in a video unless it requires it, but I'll try to do, if it's say I've got a Ben 10 video coming soon, I'm going to be trying to break that into 2 or 3 parts just so I can get through, because I've got a ton of aliens, villains, a couple versions of Ben, like a few versions of the different main characters. So like if I did all that in a video, it would just take forever and people would start losing interest. So I'll start doing the videos in chapters pretty much, so just like part 1, 2, 3, and yeah, I'll bring those out over a period of time. And I'll also try and keep the videos under 20 minutes just to make them feel more consumable, really. I just want to create the content for you guys that I think you guys want to see, and in a format that you guys will actually sit down and watch. So just wrapping things up, super happy with how these figures turned out. I hope you guys liked them as well. If you want to see more figures from me, make sure to like and subscribe. Come back here. I'll try and keep to the same upload schedule, like every 2 weeks, same sort of weekend time between like Thursday and Monday. I'll try and post within that period of time. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the figures. If you want to see more, go check out my Instagram. That'll be linked down below. There's high quality pictures on there, as well as updates for my Justice League will be going up tomorrow. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.